Welcome back, everyone, to the FX Open Invitational. We are up to the lower bracket finals now. It is going to be ROOTKiwikaki versus FnaticMSI SEN. It is going to be PvZ, best of 5 here. I am unstable, joined here by Orb, and it's going to start off on Zelnaga Caverns. What do you think we're going to see from these players today, mate?
So hard to say. I mean, whenever you're watching Kiwikaki, you never know what you're gonna see. But I would really hope. I mean, of course, you can say that you'll see stalkers because I mean that's what he's most famous for. I think that's what he's most comfortable with. I would guess. And of course, blink stalkers are extremely potent versus quite a lot of Zerg units. But I mean, of course, we'll probably see a relatively quick expansion from the Zerg, and I would not be surprised to see Kiwikaki do a quick expansion himself. But at the same time, I would say it's probably doubtful, just since he is so much more. He does one base plays so much more often, I would say.
Yeah, like just reminiscing from yesterday, we did see an insane game between these two guys on Zelnaga Caverns. It went for a good 40 minutes, and pretty much it was on par with that game we just saw Kiwikaki and QXC play. But this is actually for the lower bracket finals. The loser will take third place. The winner will go on to play QXC in the finals, guys, in case anyone's wondering. But it looks like we're probably going to be seeing a fast expand from Sen if he can get away with it. Not sure if Kiwikaki's going to let him, though, because that probe is definitely going to be sitting down the front there at the natural.
Oh, looks like he's opting to go for that spawning pool instead on 15. So this probe is going to get a little bit juked out right there, and there goes the gas right immediately afterwards.
So he's not even going to try to go for that expansion. Yeah, we do have Kiwikaki just doing your normal stuff. We do see some Protoss players like to fast expand on this map, but we've seen quite a few Zergs recently just punish that by going on the one base roach push that really just gets in the head of the Protoss players and gives them a really hard time.
Absolutely. I don't think this map lends itself very well to fast expanding from Protosses. You've got this really wide open natural, and it's got 3 different chokes, 4 if you count the destructible rocks leading into it. So it can be really difficult to defend. It also has that back door with the the reeds blocking your vision. So it's definitely not a comfortable area, although there is quite a long rush distance. But we do see, Sen is mining gas. I'm assuming, as soon as he gets to 100, he's going to drop that Zergling speed, because we do not see a Roach Warren at this point.
Yeah, it looks like we do have a drone heading down to the bottom of the ramp here, and with some lings chasing down this probe. Hopefully Kiwikaki... No, okay, I was assuming he was going to try and put a pylon block, but no, he's just going to ignore it, run straight back to his main. He's going to lose the probe anyway. Well, maybe. But what always frustrates me whenever I play Zerg, and I love it when I play Protoss, because I try and mix up the races to help with my casting, it takes so long to kill a probe with non-speed lings. It's frustrating. It's like almost impossible to kill him, because it takes forever.
Well, on the other hand, coming from Brood War, in Brood War, you literally just couldn't kill the probe. If the Protoss player's micro was good enough, you just could never ever kill the probe until you had speed. And there was no creep speed bonus. So, players like Bizu were famous for just keeping their probe alive, until like, 8 minutes into the game and stuff. So, it's at least a lot better in StarCraft 2 for the Zerg players in that they can pretty easily deny that scouting.
Something I've just noticed, there is no cybernetics core, but there's 2 gateways with +1.
What? Wow. And he's still mining gas too, huh? That's
yeah.
Really odd.
I'm not sure whether that was.
I mean, Sen stopped mining gas after he got enough for his speed for his lings, although he did start again recently. But yeah, he's just still mining gas without a cybernetics core. I'm not sure what he's planning on spending this on. He now has almost 200, but it is Kiwikaki. I'm sure he has a very specific build in mind here.
Yeah, definitely. The +1 is almost done. He actually might... We do have a Roach Warren going straight down for Sen. We have a look here. He does see those 2 gateways. Doesn't see the cybernetics core. Saw quite a few zealots than normal. And, whoa, we got a cannon out the front. Maybe he is going for some kind of really fast expand.
It definitely looks like it. But, Kiwikaki's doing a good job of keeping those 4 zealots at the top out of vision range. He's just really hiding them so his opponent doesn't see how many zealots he's getting. Now he's moving them down, but while those Zerglings were there, he just kept 2 at the bottom, left the others up by his gas. Now we see the cybernetics core getting dropped down. He's already saved up 300 gas though, and that's right as the cybernetics core gets started.
He does see the Zealots coming down, but the Roach Warren is done. He's got 2 Roaches on the way. He can really just pump Roaches, so I'm not sure whether the timing that Kiwikaki was trying to exploit here when he didn't have Roaches is a little bit too slow, because Sen will be able to kite these guys to no end, unless he just wants to purely go in and get this hatchery down by just brute forcing with all these Zealots. Because we got 2 Queens, we got the Zealot, with the Roaches now, and here we go. So this is what I was saying. Sen can really just keep these guys alive as long as he wants. Actually, the Queen at the front taking a lot more damage than you expect. He does get one of the Queens.
Oh, this is the Queen. What this does, though, is forcing this Zerg player to make all these Roaches. And trust me when I say he does not want to make these Roaches. He has to defend against this. But he would so much rather be making drones right now. His natural is not nearly, not even close to being fully saturated, of course, and neither is his main. So he would really like to be making drones. He was just forced to make quite a large number of Roaches there, and 12 Zerglings we see in production right now. So I think that's really what Kiwikaki was trying to do, is trying to fake that he's going for this type of really hard Zealot play. And, you know, it really worked, because, I mean, if you look at the income tab, they're not that far apart. It's 30 to 33 Harvesters. We do have a Stargate that just finished for Kiwikaki, so
we got lots of Roaches and Lings coming across. This is what I was talking about. This is like Sen can really punish Kiwikaki for this now. He does have quite a few Lings, a lot of Roaches. There's only 2 cannons to be able to deal with that. Once all these Roaches actually catch up, he should be able to take out these cannons pretty easily. We do have the Roaches taking a lot of damage from the Zealots, which he did not want. Kiwikaki pulling a lot of probes to help deal with this. A Void Ray's almost out. As soon as he gets that out, he should be pretty much okay. But until then, he's in a lot of trouble. We've got 20 Lings on the way for Sen. These Roaches doing a lot of damage.
It takes so long to die against a Void Ray. So, I mean, just one Void Ray. Yes, it can, in theory, defend this push, but it's going to take so long. He'll probably be able to kill the Nexus in that amount of time.
Yeah,
I'm quite a lot of damage.
I'm surprised Sen isn't trying to get in as many Zealots as he can, or snipe pylons, kill something that he can do while he's Lings. So there we go. So he's moving up into the main with his Roaches, trying to kill this Nexus with his Lings. Those Lings will take that down. I think it's a mistake for Kiwikaki to not be targeting these Roaches, because they will die a little bit quicker. But there are so many units walking into the front of Kiwikaki's main. His second Void Ray's almost out. But oh, Sen targeting the pylon that powers that Stargate.
Oh my god, right before it finishes. Literally 4 seconds before it finished. Although, you know, 3 with Chronodos. All these probes just running around. I don't think Kiwikaki can come back from this. He's definitely trying to hold on because he knows this Void Ray can kill all these units, but he has to call the GG. There are simply too many units for one Void Ray to kill.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm kind of glad, well, I'm not glad that happened to Kiwikaki, but that did definitely just prove our point.